Virgo, hey, how you doing? If you're new to my channel, thank you for clicking on me. I appreciate it. If you are returning, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you. This isn't my day job, so please be patient while I work on getting everything, creating videos and then getting them uploaded. My internet is pretty slow. So it does take me a while. Please take into consideration these readings are general, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Calypso decides to drink noisily. If you're a cross watcher, please take into consideration that you can reverse the roles as you see fit. Check your astrology chart and see if maybe there's some Virgo somewhere in your chart. That is a possibility. Or maybe the universe is just trying to get the message to you. Mercury retrograde ended November 29th. We are still in the shadow period. Saturn goes direct in Pisces, bringing a sense of renewed clarity and stamina for long-term plans and structures. The Sun is in Sagittarius. Mercury is also moving forward in Sagittarius, creating a week for heartfelt conversations and grounded, meaningful plans. Venus is in Scorpio, bringing a depth of emotion to your interactions. Mars is in Sagittarius, which will add energy and a desire for action, especially concerning communication and adventure. You will notice that I am back to, if you are returning, you will notice that I am back to the old setup for now until my microphone arrives, which should be Wednesday. That's when Amazon says it will be here, so that everybody can hear me. So, revelation. Are you trying to reveal something, or is something trying to be, something wanting to be revealed to you? Just a second. Let me look at it. So there are moments when synchronicity brings all the elements together for a flash of insight to rise up in you in a glorious epiphany. Whatever was not clear becomes crystalline in an instant. It's as if you are able to simultaneously perceive every facet in a diamond. You know without a doubt that you are on the right track as deep understanding sinks into your very soul. In the moment, change and transformation takes place, and a transcendent moment is offered to you as an extraordinary gift. Now is one of those times. The Chinese goddess Lai Zi, mother of lightnings, brings revelations into your life with a flash. She gifts you this as a result of all the hard work you have put into dismantling your old self and making space for who you want to become. This is a very auspicious time. All right, so that is your current situation. So there's obviously something that you're trying to bring forth. What is it that you're trying to bring? You're trying to reveal something. What is it? What is it that you're trying to reveal? Oh, you're trying to express something. Maybe romance, business. It is the Empress, so there is a chance of fertility and motherhood. Possibly grandbaby, maybe. Maybe you're being asked to keep it a secret a while longer. Congratulations, if it's you. Or maybe somebody is keeping it a secret from you at the moment. Maybe they're not ready to tell anybody. You know, there is that early beginning where they, you know, want to keep it to themselves. The Seven of Wands. Others' competitive natures are leaving you feeling vulnerable and inadequate. There are questions about your decisions and choices. Maybe they're just feeling overwhelmed or exhausted. Maybe they're feeling a lack of confidence in the pregnancy. Maybe there's the possibility that it may not. I'm sorry. Yeah. Or maybe that's you. Maybe you're worried about it. And again, I'm sorry. That's rough if you're having to worry about that, if it's that big of a concern. Maybe there's air travel that needs to be, there's a trip that you've got to take, some sort of movement, or you're waiting for incoming messages from doctors, or maybe just travel messages in general if it doesn't have to deal with a baby or motherhood. It could just be that there's a trip that you're planning and it isn't going the way that you want. You're waiting for all of it to align, and you're just waiting for messages to come in saying that things have been booked and scheduled. Or maybe there's a complication with your hotel. Anything. No. All right. What is a challenge at the moment? Somebody that you love. Your challenge is to soften and open the heart. Investigate how you can make the situation more beautiful, more fair and lovely. Remember this Venusian truth. People are fascinated by those who find them fascinating. Use diplomacy and seduction. Let others come to you. Engage creativity, generosity, and affection. Venus calls you to your heart to romance, sings to you as a creative muse, asks you what you value, what you want enough to get yourself in trouble. Come to know your heart, know what you're passionate about, and when you stir other people's passions. When your heart hurts, you can express the higher notes of Venus through acts of compassion, affection, or creativity. All right, the challenge in this, and since it is in the challenge position, emotions run strong and passions are intense. So be wary of crimes of passion, love addiction, or looking for love in material things. If you're fascinated by the superficial aspects of Venus, you can get caught up in appearances or become blind in love. Look deeper. Let's clarify this love that Virgo is struggling with. Are they struggling to... Somebody's manipulating it. They're being a bit deceptive. It's the Page of Swords. You're afraid of speaking publicly, and you need to let go of it. So maybe somebody treated you dirty, and you're supposed to talk about it, tell people. Maybe a married man hit on you, and you are supposed to, make that shit public. Let them know what they did. Or a woman. It could be a woman too. Don't hide it. People pleasers are karma blockers. Let them get their karma. If you're going to agree to do something, be sure to follow through. Hi, baby. Hello. Calypso is here to say hi. Yes, yes you are. Yes, she is. She's here. Yes, I love you. I love you. You are so precious. Yes, you are. You're just so precious. And this is on marriage, romantic love, anybody that you're connected to. So you're struggling with a strong partnership or connection. So this is either like a romantic partner or a child. Could be an adult child. Doesn't necessarily have to be a child. Or let's see. Possibly a fire sign, water or air sign. Now it's Tia's turn. She's got to go over there and lap up all the water. Maybe you're struggling to find romantic love. It isn't. When you hit your 50s, I think dating is a lot harder. I mean, even for 20-somethings, it's hard if they've actually put in the effort and done a lot of work on healing themselves. Yeah, you feel a lot of disappointment, disconnect. Goodness gracious, Calypso. You just want to get at the birdies. Is that it? Or maybe you're feeling a disconnect from an Aquarius. Oh no, there's a lot of disappointment here. No, you're supposed to have faith. And don't sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Take the time to reflect, allow yourself to have those awakenings, do your transitions. Don't just sit there. And by sitting there, I mean, you know, you can sit there and think. Sometimes that's the best time to think. Oh, that's right. These don't have, I'm holding them upside down. So you need to focus on your communication skills with your inner child and paying attention to divine wisdom. So maybe you should be doing some journaling, some shadow work, finding out why communication is so difficult for you, or why people have such a hard time communicating with you. The Eight of Cups reversed. Find out why you're trying to avoid this. Find out why you're afraid of change. Are you aimlessly drifting? Are you feeling stagnant? Oh no, there's something that you're afraid of and it's causing you to just stay put. It's keeping you from moving on. Of course, past relationships suck, so that could be, you know, they're rough. They teach you a lot of lessons, but they also teach you how to be hyper independent and hyper vigilant and all those things that also force you to close yourself off. The trick is to learn how to love yourself enough to allow yourself to open up and not depend on the other person so much, so that whenever you realize you're depending on them instead of yourself, you can take your power back. And I don't mean kick them out, but you can pull your energy back. You can just be like, okay, yep, I need to focus on myself a little bit more. I'm going to go have a me day. Put the attention, your attention, back on you. The Seven of Swords. You're trying to deceive yourself. You're telling yourself that you're happy alone, and you probably are. You most likely are very happy. You're happier than you are with other people. You need to find a person that you're willing to be around. Maybe there's something that you need to prioritize. Like I said, you need to learn how to prioritize yourself instead of losing yourself in relations. Find out when you do the shadow work, look into why you lose yourself. What is it that you ask yourself? What are you wanting this other person to do for you instead of giving to yourself? What is Virgo's recent past? Oh, the otter. I love otters. You're never alone. So maybe you've been single for quite some time. There are others with you. They are around you. 42 adds up to 6. Life path of 6. Like true friends. Oh, yep. The people, there are friends in your life. Otters nurture each other and express their affection through touch. Actions such as holding hands and giving hugs offer reassurance that we are never really alone and that we are always cherished. Otter spirit has appeared to remind you to experience and express friendship in a tangible and even tactile way. Communicate with your voice, your facial expressions, your gestures, and your actions, letting your love express itself beyond just the words you speak. Otter spirit's message is that presence matters. So remember to be fully present with those you care about, helping them sense the love and affection and appreciation you have for them. Now is a time for joyful celebration of the love in your life that expresses as friendship and companionship. Hug someone, touch their arm, or simply look into their eyes with your full intention, saying, I care, you matter, make time for friendship. Otter spirit promises that the moment you reach out, you will remember that you too have many who love and care about you. You are never alone and you are always loved. All right, so it says, it's in the position of recent past on what you're leaving behind. I'm just going to say you do have friends who care about you and love you dearly. Maybe focus on that instead of, since it is next to what you're supposed to focus on, maybe you should focus on that, or maybe focus less on that and focus more on, again, why you are not searching for... Sorry, Mr. Boog has decided he needs to speak up. Boog, shh, quiet. Yes, I hear the truck going through the woods. maybe there is, instead of focusing on the friends, focus on why, you know, again, shadow work as to why you are not looking for real love. Maybe it's a romantic love. There we go. Maybe you're putting too much time and attention into your friends instead of, or maybe that's what you're supposed to be doing, is putting more time and attention into your friends. What is Virgo's strength? Mr. Boog, shush. Quiet. I'm not sure what he's barking at now. Now he's just barking to be heard. He's 9. He'll be 10 in a couple months, so I deal with his crotchety butt. If you can't tell, I absolutely love and adore him, so. Oh my goodness. Shh. All 3 of you, be quiet. Shh. Do I have to get the water bottle? What is Virgo's strength? What is Virgo's strength? The black snake in reverse. Maybe you're good at shedding your skins. Maybe you're good at rebirth and changing. Oh, the trash truck. It is trash day. No boog. You're good at reflecting. The rod of Asclepius, Greek god of healing, is a snake twining up a staff. In Hindu tradition, Kundalini energy, the raw power of creation, is symbolized by a snake moving up the spine and through the chakras. In the mountains of the Andes, the anaconda represents the powerful life force of the physical world and the element of earth. Yet snake is one of our oldest monsters. She can move silently and her bite can kill. She is thought to be sly and deceitful, slippery and duplicitous. Her forked tongue an indication that she may be two-faced. How can snake hold both healing and harm? This rich fullness is snake's special magic. Her medicine is ancient, complex, and in many ways foundational because it represents a vast range of experiences and possibility. What if snake's forked tongue is not a sign of duplicity, but instead indicates an ability to speak and know multiple truths simultaneously? What if snake's secret is that nothing is as cut and dried as we would like it to be, but that multiple realities exist at once until the moment you choose and your choice creates the reality to come? That's true. We are capable of having multiple conflicting feelings, multiple conflicting thoughts. Such as, we don't want anyone to be hurt, but we want them to get their karma. Like a tiger killing its prey. It is awesome and beautiful, while at the same time terrifying and menacing and dreadful. And you're capable of seeing all of that. You're capable of, you know, having all of that information and being okay with it, and having, you're able to get it to balance out. You're able to take in a lot and see a lot and understand it and be okay with it. You're able to find balance. I will take this one since that is a huge pile. Yep, that was a huge pile. All right, midheaven, Pentacle. This is in the future position. Inventory your personal reputation and ask what you can do to strengthen it. Update your website. Look at your definition of success and make sure it is your own. It actually makes you happy and is not one you have inherited from your family or mentors. Think about the training you've received from these authorities and notice where it still serves you and where you need to release their preconceptions and step into something bigger. You may need to go back to hidden dreams or reawaken an ambition that may not make sense to anybody else. If you choose not to seek your sense of accomplishment as reflected in the outside world, your midheaven can speak of a quieter sense of personal authority. This is your life. Define the mountaintop for yourself. Take a next step in that direction. This is your near future, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the challenge. I'm feeling drawn to read the challenge to it because somebody out there is really, let's do this. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. So traditions, other people's expectations, or your family history may be complementary to your idea of your own potential, or they may be hurdles to overcome as you find your true path. Underneath all worldly sense of ambition is a soul's longing to live out its potential. If I can speak, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I hope. So listen to this call. Whatever it is that is calling you, you're supposed to wake up and do it. It's probably not popular. It's probably not what your family would like for you to do. Your friends probably don't even like it. But if it is something that you are interested in and it feels, a fall from grace, it may not be, like I said, this may be something that your family does not like. Possibly a Sagittarius. Oh, okay. But you're feeling truly inspired to do it. You want to explore it at least. You're embarking on something new. You don't have a plan yet or know exactly where it's headed. So you need to activate that creative restlessness somehow. Goodness gracious. Yeah. Follow your intuition. Those cards are just jumping for this one. There's definitely, again, something that has caught your interest, piqued your curiosity, and you're supposed to follow it. Whether it's popular or not, people may actually think that you are a little bit egotistical for it, or maybe excessive pride. But you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to follow your, oh goodness. Yeah, there's definitely something calling to you. Maybe it has to do with your feelings or your intuition or, nope. Yeah, you're feeling a creative block. Maybe that's what it is. It's the Page of Cups in reverse. So something's got you feeling down. Maybe a little bit moody. Maybe somebody's irritating you at work. Or maybe you feel insecure about it. Because this has a lot to do with whatever you're going to do is going to cause... Whatever you want to do is going to cause some people to be irritated with you. I don't know. I don't feel anger, but they're definitely... Well, why are they doing that? Why do they want to do that? That doesn't make sense. Or she's just wanting, they just want to show off. Oh no, maybe it's a feminine energy who is saying that. All right, what advice do you have for Virgo? The Ascendant, the Entrance. $35. In a natal chart, the Ascendant tells a story about how you walked into this life at your birth and how you walk into any new situation. It describes the door through which you see the world and the world sees you, your filter system, and hints at your awakening consciousness. The Ascendant, also known as the rising sign, describes the degree of the zodiac just coming up over the eastern horizon at the moment and place of your birth. The action says, how do you see the world? Take a long look at the assumptions and presumptions through which you filter your experience of reality. Really look at how your privilege, trauma, or certain attributes of your history can distort the reality of the moment. Do what you can to dismantle those obstructions so you can see the whole view. Okay, so maybe this happened, maybe this has to do with your birth, because I've got it there, and also journaling, and yeah, I've thrown it down here on top of communication and wound your inner child. So there may be something, this is probably definitely, most likely, childhood trauma, and you're seeing it. That's why you're worried about how others are going to see it. This is something that you were trained to. What is the other word? Groomed. I hate that word, but it's accurate. Conversely, look carefully at the signals you send off. Do they match your intent? Do you say you're fine when you really need a hug? Are you trained to sound modest or apologetic when really you know what you're doing? Do you act like you know what you're doing when you don't? Notice what you project onto the world and take responsibility for how you are seen. The Ascendant is where you become visible. If this makes you nervous, investigate what needs to be healed or where you need to grow your confidence in order to feel comfortable being seen. If you are asking about a project, look for what needs to be repaired or improved before you hold a press conference. Okay, so are you being honest about your feelings whenever somebody asks? So if somebody asks how you're doing, do you say, oh, I'm fine? When in actuality, your world is crumbling down around you. And yes, a lot of us are trained to just keep that shit to ourselves, because there's a possibility that it could be used against us by, you know, certain people, past relationships, you know, they'll use that stuff against you. So it could go all the way back to when you were a child, because this is a wounded inner child. And how you're communicating. Yeah, how you communicate to the world. How are you communicating your feelings? Are you actually letting people in? Are you telling people that you need a hug? Or are you just, nope, I'm a tough cookie. And what is Virgo's environment? What is Virgo's environment? Who are the people around Virgo at the moment? What is the energy around Virgo? Death and magic in reverse. The Morrigan. All right, nothing is coming out. All right, let me read that one. Magic is everywhere and in all aspects of life, including death, dying, decay, and what is dark and hidden deep within our very natures. Yet in our modern culture, we spend so much time in denial, concocting ways to avoid death, refusing to allow nature to be true. We've lost so much wisdom as a result. You're being invited to address the areas in your life that no longer serve and that need to die without a promise of what will take its place. Do you need to walk away from someone, a way of behaving or thinking? Like the caterpillar who has no idea how to be a butterfly, you must surrender to the process of metamorphosis. You must make room for the miracle while at the same time not demanding certainty. The magical death goddess Morrigan offers you the alignment task of self-inquiry. What death are you resisting right now? What darkness do you need to bring to awareness? How has fear ruled your choices? Who could you be if you had the courage to act like, look at life on life's terms? Your magic is so much stronger than you think. You can do this. Your dream depends on it. Morrigan will be with you every step of the way. Okay, so your environment is there's something that you really need to let go of. A way of, like it said, a way of thinking. Let's see if I can get any clarification on it. Can you clarify this card for me? The Ace of Pentacles. New cycles. So you're not letting the cycle end so a new one can begin. You're holding on to the past. What is it that Virgo is holding on to? Your inner critic, being open to new perspectives. You need to stop being hard on yourself. We are our own worst critics, but you are being very harsh. Let go of the old patterns of behavior and kick it into high gear to make a shift. Refuse to be a victim, even if it is only internalized. The Emperor. Maybe you're very in control. You like to be the one in control. Is there a reason why you like being in control? The World. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. Oh no, this is going back to somebody's getting married or a birth. It's going, Maybe you have strong opinions about this person being pregnant. Maybe you're concerned about their happiness, the world around it right now. It isn't the greatest time to have a baby, maybe. Or maybe you're just concerned that they're hiding it from you because of this. All right. Well, I'm not getting getting any more out of it, so what is the potential outcome, or actually hopes and fears of Virgo? What are your hopes and fears, Virgo? I'll take the black bear because, no, there's two of them. Syncing with the cycles and appreciating the process. All right. You're hoping that you'll be able to appreciate the process and sync with, maybe you're wanting to get in sync with yourself, or maybe those, like I said, maybe you're hoping that the cycles, this person's cycles are just off. Because it really doesn't sound, I don't know. Or maybe you're hoping that they are pregnant. I don't know. Anyway, let me read it real quick. 55. Don't fight the cycles and seek seasons. Call on Black Bear to rediscover your rhythm and remember you're wild. Follow the moon. There's wisdom to be found in living in sync with the cycles of nature. Black Bear reminds you to step into the cycles, letting their gentle flow shape your life. To honor Black Bear, begin to get in sync with the cycles of the moon. Start simply. For one moon cycle, note the phase of the moon. Note where the moon is in the sky, where it rises and where it sets. I'm going to skip all of that. As you continue the practice over time, you'll begin to know your own patterns, the cycles you flow through in sync with the moon's movements. This offers a certain predictability, an ability to foretell your own future through knowing the seasons of your psyche. An oracle is one who feels the patterns of time so deeply she can peer into the future. Black Bear can connect you to the earth and sky's patterns, but it's you who connects to the practice that allows deepening into wisdom. Okay, so you're hoping that you can get that, but you're also afraid of it. 51. The cow and bull. Cow and bull remind us to relax and appreciate the process. The slow rumination that allows even the toughest problems to become digestible. Cow and bull remind you that almost anything can be handled and assimilated if you give it time. 3 different bull cults. No, I'm not going to read about that. Like cow and bull, the people in our lives who are most foundational can be easily overlooked. Make this a week of gratitude. Notice, appreciate, and thank the people who support your daily existence. If you always say the words thank you, take it further. Look the person in the eyes and add some energy to your words. Okay. Let's see here. And now for the potential outcome. Potential outcome for Virgo. I'll take the top card because there's a lot of them. Nope, there's not. Okay. Oh, Virgo, you got yourself. And your North Node. Your future. If you just weed the garden and don't plant or cultivate, all you'll have is an empty bed. Editing without creating gives you no content. Sometimes you have to ask the inner editor to take a break and let the creative process flow. Then let the editor clean and polish. So I think you're gonna get it. You'll figure it out. It can be scary to leave familiar territory. Even people who love you may resist your evolution if it could pull you away from them. But since this is in your potential outcome, I say you're gonna go for it. Even if you do lose people. So, anywho, that's all I've got for you. Thank you for watching and sticking with me till the end. I truly appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, or comment. And I hope to see you again. Oh, thank you. Well, hold on.